musicians. I'm Ben Brown, and let's continue our conversation about crypto and NFTs for the benefit of musicians. Last time, we dove into OpenSea, the largest Ethereum NFT marketplace, and we checked out how to create an NFT, how to mint an NFT, and I went through what's going on over there so you can start experimenting. But we ran into a roadblock, which is that it's asking us to pay a thing called gas fees. Let's just have a conversation about gas. Which, it's just the most deflating thing when you first get into crypto, where you're like, oh wait, I thought I was getting out of fees and gasoline and all this stuff, and can be really frustrating. So last time, to complete listing our item so that we can finally sell it on OpenSea, we are asked to pay a couple of gas fees. What the heck does that mean? Let me show it off here. So I'm attempting to list my song here for, a tenth of a cent of Ethereum, $3.24 as of right now. And before I can do that, I've never sold on OpenSea before. So they are going to need me to talk to the blockchain and set up a thing, kind of register my account on the Ethereum blockchain. And to do anything with the blockchain is going to cost gas. It's going to cost me $0 to do this thing, $0 to complete this registration, but the gas fees will be $300 worth of Ethereum. It's going to cost me a tenth of an Ethereum to make that thing happen. And so I've got 2 pennies of Ethereum, just about. I can't do it. But let's just start with some simple things. This is how MetaMask handles gas. If you have a different wallet like Argent, there'll be less options. MetaMask is the easiest to get in there and change things. In here, they give me all these options, and this is overwhelming. It is really confusing. This gas limit and max priority fee and max fee, and you can adjust these things, but then it gets mad at you. To sidestep these things, we can do the recommendations here. Pull this up. We can try to make a high gas fee and have this thing happen in less than 15 seconds. You might have to do that in case things are going really bad and you really want to have something happen on the blockchain before somebody else does. You might want to pay that fee. Or, the middle ground, 30 seconds. Or low, which is it could take up to 30 seconds. But the low gas fee here is still $200, 7 cents of an ETH. It's tough. These things are malleable. Let's back up for a second. One thing that I do, this is a great resource, I do this all the time, is I go to ethgas.watch. This thing, ethgaswatch, it is paying attention to the gas prices. And so here the past week, you can see how the gas prices were. These deep dark ones, it's over here in red, is crazy. I think 100 is too much. And these calmer times, there's calmer times like Saturday at 11, it was 62, 64, 70. These are reasonable. These are reasonable numbers. In the hundreds and above, it's no thank you. GasWatch is kind of looking all over places that's reporting gas fees. And so that's what these guys are. They're just kind of reporting what gas fees are out there and what people are paying for gas fees. And to help us understand that a little bit better, let's go to Etherscan. Etherscan is rad. This is actually really important for understanding the blockchain. We're going to diverge here for a second. The blockchain, it wouldn't be so revolutionary if people couldn't search it. So it's a public ledger that has rules to who can write what where, and anybody, anywhere can have access to it. I have just entered in my address for my MetaMask wallet. This is a public website. Anybody can come in if they have my address, if they know it's a part of me. Now they do. I could keep this a secret and people might never know that it's mine, they might be able to figure out through context clues. But this is my address, and it can look at like, okay, what's on there? Here's all the things that I've bought, and it's attached to my Ethereum wallet, and I have nearly 2 cents of Ether sitting in there. And then it has like all of my activity going on here. You can see everything that's happened. Oh, here's my like fail. I was trying to buy something here 20 days ago. Oh yeah, total fail. So you can explore these things. So I had a failed transaction. Like I tried to do a thing and it failed. This is maybe a great example. This fail cost me $80. And what did I do wrong? I was trying to lower the gas fee, but I did it in the wrong way. I had lowered the gas limit, and that was dumb. What I needed to change was the max gas fee and the priority fee. Okay, we're back here with that MetaMask transaction that is a completely free thing to do, but the gas is going to be $260. What can I do about this? Over here, I have 3 levers that I can pull on. There's gas limit, max priority fee, and max fee. Let's go over here and edit. Gas limit, priority fee, and max fee. This max fee here, this guy, this corresponds with what we were seeing on the gas watch here. It's saying if I want this thing to happen in less than 5 minutes, I can give it this rather low amount of 150, 60 gwei. Like these numbers correspond to an estimated time it'll take for the blockchain transaction to go through and be completed and be set in stone, be set in the blockchain based on that. So if you want it to happen really fast, I could make this fee 264. So that's 264 gwei. And gwei is the smallest measurement of Ethereum. 1 gwei is this much Ethereum. It is like 8 millionth of a Ethereum, 0.000001 ETH. And that is how the gas is measured. But it's confusing. That's a little bit misleading to imagine that you're going to spend 188 gwei. You're actually going to spend thousands and thousands of gwei because of the way that the gas gets multiplied. I'm just going to throw this out there really quick, but Ethereum is considered the world's computer, a global computer, and anybody can use that computer, which is, using the blockchain, establishing something on the blockchain. But because it takes computation power and things, you need to pay gas. And so the harder the computation, the more gas you'll need to pay. The simpler the computation, the less gas you'll pay. This is a good time to jump back over to Ethereum. So Ethereum makes this a lot clearer because they have this setting over here. These are little transactions, transfers, interactions you can do. We went through Uniswap and we talked about it. To swap on Uniswap, it can cost $90 right now to make a swap. It's going to cost you $90 to make the swap. If you want to provide liquidity, add or remove, this is liquidity provider, LP. If you wanted to, have your own Ethereum and USD and put it a part of the pool that's helping people swap, that's going to cost you $80. Or if I wanted to pull my money out of Uniswap, I would have to pay this $80 fee to get that money out. The simplest transaction is just transferring. Say I had half an ETH and I wanted to give it to you. It's going to cost me in gas about $30 to make that happen, an equivalent of $30 because it's whatever Ethereum is currently going for. That's outrageous. That this is the simplest transaction you can do on the blockchain, transfer money over to people, and it costs $30 just to make that happen. That's oof. Ethereum has a problem here. We'll talk about how they're trying to solve that problem, a couple conversations. But back over here, back on MetaMask, we have the 3 levers that we can pull. Going back to the analogy of gas is what you have to pay. This Ethereum gas is what you have to pay to do computation on the world computer, to use the blockchain. And that is going to be determined by the gas limit. So this is your gas tank, and this is how much it's going to cost per gallon. The priority fee is basically a tip to the people who are going to run this computation. And so it like kind of just sweetens the deal. It can help you skip the line. It's like if you roll up and gas is worth $3 a gallon, and then to skip the line, you tell the guy, hey, I'll give you $1 a gallon tip. This is adding GWEI on top of the cost of your dollars per gallon so that you can skip the line. It seems like a small amount, but again, you're adding 1.5 GWEI to your gallon price, and then you're still spending 21,000. Like you're multiplying it by the thousands. So this is 516,000 units of gas, 516,000 gallons of gas that this interaction is going to require to compute. This is not a simple task. This is actually a quite complex interaction here, and it's going to take up a lot of gas. You're going to have to fill up a big gas tank. And right now, Ethereum, it's like if I want it to happen pretty fast, I need to spend 159. That's 202. Yeah, it's a lot. But here's some things that you can change. And looking at like is it going to be 3 minutes or 30 seconds? It's like, you know what? That doesn't bother me. I am not bothered at all about waiting more than 3 minutes. And so I've had luck dropping it down to like 64 GWEI, choosing like to like barely tip. And with this, it will go through all of that big tank of gas, but at like a much cheaper price. And, you know, even at that price, it's still $100 to get set up on OpenSea. But this is what I would do, and I would let that sit, and then it might take half a day to go through. You know, like this thing shows like over time, at some point, it'll probably get low enough. I can totally be wrong about this. I am not an expert. I do not know if there's a low enough way that I can put it that it'll never happen. I assume that if I ever go below the lowest, like if I try to do it at like 50 GWEI or 20, I assume that will never happen. But because it does get down to 64, I feel comfortable putting it at 64. This can like illustrate the huge issue that Ethereum has and why it's so dang expensive. With your song, like, so if you choose to make an NFT, you can put it up for sale. That's going to cost you to, one, establish your wallet to sell, and then two, to even make the listing, and that's going to cost you gas. Another option is to transfer your NFT. You can enter in an address and you can transfer it. This is what I'm going to do for my own patrons. I created an NFT, and I just want to hand it to them. Anybody who wants to create a wallet and receive it, I want to send it over to them as a thank you for being one of my patrons. And it's basically digital merch, you know, a digital little thank you, a little bit of swag. And so once again, we're back over here for the transfer. It's a lot less. It is not $100, but it's still $58 to transfer this thing. It's asking for a relatively small gas tank of 120, and the gas fee's way up there. But perhaps it would work if I lower the max gas fee and then the tip that I add on top of it. It'd be $25. It says save. Oh gosh. Okay, yeah. I could confirm, and I could send my NFT to a rando. I'm not going to do that. But it was going to cost me like $25. I think that makes the point. That's how Ethereum gas works. That's a part of what the issue with Ethereum is. In the future, Ethereum as a project is going to attempt to upgrade Ethereum and make that better. And that'll be a conversation we have later. Next time, let's talk about my preferred alternative to Ethereum so that we can get out of these crazy gas prices. And everybody's trying to look for an alternative. I have a horse in this race, and let me show you all the things that I did over there, and I'll reveal my third option. At the very beginning, I said all there is Bitcoin and Ethereum. But there is a third option. There is another. I will reveal that in the next video, and I'm excited to. So again, I'm Ben Brown. I'm this guy. I do have a Patreon, and over there I am creating Hangout with Musicians. As a sound engineer, this is how I am hoping to help my musician friends build a career online. Down in this description, you can check out our website and our podcast. And if you loved this, then you can join me on Patreon. A portion of what I'm given goes to my favorite charity, Give Directly. I'd love to see you guys over there. Let's continue this conversation in the next video.